What's good, everybody? It's your girl JoAnnGray, and I'm back today not with a wig review, but I do want to do this quick revisit of the mommy wig. This is the mommy wig after at least 3 months of wear, not daily wear, but I have worn it 2 to 3 times a week since the video that I put up, and just wanted to let you see that this hair is still holding up, and that if you can get your hands on a mommy wig, this is really all you need, especially if you're starting off with wig wearing, if you're giving thought to cutting your hair, if you're giving thought to going natural. This emulates a natural afro, a curly afro. It's very, very nice. Now at a distance it looks like you have a little fro shaped, whichever way you want to wear it. But when people get close to it, it has that Halle Berry type of texture look to it. It's really, really nice and curly, and this is dry. So this is really, really a good wig to have. But this is not why I'm here. Today I'm here to talk about alopecia and to do a reveal. Alopecia and how it affects my life, and a reveal so that you can maybe have the confidence, so it can help you have confidence to deal with your hair loss issue. Now, as I told you before, I wear my hair bald. I wear a skin bald head outside, so I don't have any problem with this. Now, of course, there are people who know me in the world who have never seen me bald, but now you can. So this is me without a wig on, and I feel great. Hopefully I don't have a wig line on my head, a wig band line, but I'm going to go around for you so you can see. Now, I shaved my head bald last night. The hair has come back already, and this is one of the reasons why I had a difficult time staying bald and going outside without the wigs, even though I did it one summer, is because the hair grows right back. Now, I have all this. I have hair that grows all right here. There's some, dime and quarter and nickel pieces around the front. The hairline right here grows, but then there's nothing behind the hairline with these little parts of hair that are falling out, and then aggressive parts of hair missing out of the top. I mean, the bald spot in the top of my head is probably this large. Okay, I got a big head, and this is it's a terrible thing. Of course, my scalp hasn't gotten any sunlight, so it's pretty light. And then this is the top of my head. You can probably see where the hair is here, and then where it stops on each side. And finally, this is the left side of my face that you're viewing. And again, I have hair that grows around the sides and aggressively bald at the top. So when I go outside with a bald head, I usually use, I used to use the Mach 3 razor, and I had to do it every day because I don't think you can see it, but there's like a fine coating of hair on my head, and it was skin bald yesterday. I woke up to do a review and I got hair. Okay, so this is the reason why I cannot stay bald. I cannot shave my hair every day and go outside, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it cropped short because it just feels better. Every year I grow my hair out, and it grows shoulder length, and I look like Homie D. Clown. Now, I disillusion myself thinking that I'm going to be able to find something to do with it, and every year the spot is just huge, and all this hair around it, it makes so this bald spot just looks ridiculous. So when I keep it cropped, I feel really good, and I feel awesome now. So don't feel bad for me, and don't feel bad for yourself either. It's better if you have a skin bald head and spots to just shave your hair down so that you can get along and you can feel better. And you just may find that it is the style for you. Baldness is the style for me. I just can't maintain it. So anyway, I was diagnosed officially in my 20s with alopecia areata. At that time, they told me my only option was scalp reduction. And all I could think of was them cutting the bald spot out of the top of my head and sewing the ends together and me looking like this. Okay, eventually, because if it's falling out, it started off with like a micro braid missing out of the top of my head. That's what it looked like, just a bald spot where a braid might have been. And then I noticed that my head would get hot right in the top of my head. I would just feel heat. And, just it was very gradual, but as the time went by, it just thinned out tremendously. Okay, so scalp reduction was one, and then they gave me an injection of a steroid. While my skin looked awesome, the hair did not grow back, so it didn't stimulate any growth, so that wasn't the option. And I'm not really big on doing all this unnatural and things like injecting things in my body to stimulate things. And as the years went by, then you got the Rogaine for women. I didn't want to spend my lifetime rubbing salve into the top of my head, and if I choose to stop or can't afford this treatment anymore, that all the hair I grew would fall out. That didn't make sense to me either. It just, it's just so many things. It's hard for me to process. I'm very fickle and finicky about things, and I don't stick with anything for any length of time, so I just didn't think that I was going to be able to keep up a regimen like putting this salve into the top of my head to stimulate hair growth, especially when I see no hair follicles there. But you never know. So I didn't do that, and as before my hair was so bald that I had to wear a wig and couldn't cover it anymore, I went into a wig parlor. And at that time, it wasn't a very faddish thing with women. There were people, of course, who were wearing sew-in weaves. I've never done that either. What I did do was go into the wig parlor, and it was real nice. It was a booth, and you can sit down, and it was private, and you can try on your wigs, and you try to match to your hair texture, because eventually you're going to have to transition out of wearing your hair into a wig, and it was something to be ashamed of, obviously. I didn't get the memo, but something to be ashamed of. I'm just a very logic-based, reality-based person, and I take life's lemons and I make lemonade out of it. I just get a bunch of sugar and some lemons and take those lemons and just make up a good batch of lemonade and drink it up. I do not cry over spilled milk. Life is too short to deal with things that are out of your control or beyond your control. If I had my way, my hair would have never come out, but I didn't have my way, and it did, so I had to deal with it. So first step, going to the wig store and start looking around and purchasing wigs. And by the time I was either between 28 and 30, I had a friend of mine shave my head completely bald, and that was actually somebody that I was dating. So I have been asked, how do people feel about this? It is nobody's business. I do not have to lie, because I like to be comfortable around my place and around other people's places, and if I feel like taking this wig off, it's coming off. So I try to just be honest with people. It's not necessarily something that comes up in your first conversation, but certainly if you're around me and you know me and you see that my hair is changing every day, you have some curiosities. But I just mention it in passing, like pass the sugar, get my head, I'm bald under this wig. Yeah, so I think it's how you receive it and how you internalize it. It's nothing that I can do about it. If you don't like me because hair doesn't grow on my head, then you have the issue, not me, and I'm better in my life without you. And not only that, I think it's just we put so much of our energy and focus into our hair. I mean, I stayed in the beauty shop. I was doing the new styles. I was coloring it and cutting it and doing all sorts of things, all the style and stress from that, I'm sure, aided in the alopecia in the beginning, and it just, now that I'm not going to the beauty shop at all, what's the excuse? It's autoimmune, and your body just kind of rejects your hair. It attacks the hair follicles, and boom, you're bald. Now, some people have areata, some people have totalis, and some people's hair grows back, and, maybe mine will grow back. Who knows? But not because I'm doing a whole lot of extra things. I'm just dealing with it the way it is. And I'm not really opposed to trying things, but it's just too much energy. You still have to deal with it, because if you could do something that could make you stimulate hair growth and make it grow back, you still have to deal with that until that hair grows. So I'm an awesome feeling human being without hair, and my timer is running out, so I just wanted to let you all see me the way I am naturally under these wigs, to expel or dispel your curiosities. I'll be back later with wig reviews, and I want to thank you for your time and your energy. God bless you.